Hello everyone and welcome to another video. In this video, we'll be making turkey meatloaf. So I'm starting off this video showing you that I bought a loaf pan from my favorite closeout store for $3.49, which was a great deal. And then that is what we're going to be making our turkey meatloaf in. Guys, we're going to keep the seasoning for this one very basic. I have a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of a black pepper. You can add less if you like. And that's basically it. I'm going to add that in. And then from there, I got a secret ingredient for you. I have a third of a cup of milk. Now, depending on how much meat you use, you might want to add more milk. You don't want to make it soggy. You just want to add some in. This is going to keep the meat from drying out. So guys, to the mix, I also added a teaspoon of Sazon. I'm also adding in 2 eggs to the mix. This is going to help bind the turkey loaf together. Along with that, I'm adding in a half a cup of Plinko breadcrumbs. You can use any breadcrumbs you like. It is up to you, but I'm using a half a cup of that. I skipped an ingredient. I also added in a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Guys, the seasoning that I show you is just a base. You can add in more to your liking. Be careful with the salty stuff though. In here, I'm going to put some saran wrap on it and I'm going to put that away for 30 minutes so that the seasoning can soak in. So along with our turkey loaf, I decided to make some garlic mashed potatoes. So I'm going to wash my potatoes off. I added in a drop of Dr. Bronner's soap. If you read the packaging, it tells you it's good for washing off your vegetables and fruit and stuff like that. So definitely check that out. I have my brush. I'm going to scrub those out and get those potatoes on. Here, I'm going to put my turkey loaf in the pan. So what I did, I know this is a non-stick pan, but I added a little bit of oil in just to be on the safe side, just a drop as you see. And from there, I'm going to add the meat in. And I kind of really love this pan because it was really easy to add this in. And here I go, guys. I'm just putting that turkey loaf in the pan. And so it'll be nice and shaped when we get it in the oven. So guys, I'm back to my potatoes. They are nice and clean. I am going to skin them, as you can see here. So let's get those done. So guys, what you want to do now is cut your potatoes up into whatever small chunks that you can make. This is going to help it cook faster. Once you get all your cutting done, you want to add this to a pot of boiling water with a teaspoon of salt, enough water to cover the potatoes. Time to make the sauce for the turkey meatloaf. So here we are adding in a cup of ketchup. From there, we are going to add in a teaspoon of a dry mustard. So that is a teaspoon, guys. I had to use the half a teaspoon because it wouldn't fit in a jar. And then I added in just a sprig of nutmeg, maybe just a dash. That's a half a cup of brown sugar. And I also added in a tablespoon of honey. This is quite sweet. You want to add in a tablespoon of butter and then melt this down until it's all blended together. So back to our potatoes. They are all cooked. It is time to do our mashing. This is actually my favorite part. So we are going to mash those potatoes down. And I know some people use hand blenders because they want their potatoes nice and smooth. You can do that if you like later on, but I like to have a little texture to my potatoes. So I am going to mash these up until there are a size that I am good and comfortable with. And it's really up to you how smooth you want your mashed potatoes. So from here, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of butter and then a teaspoon of sea salt. And you're going to add in some more salt later, but that's after we see what we need. This is a tablespoon of onion powder and then a tablespoon of garlic powder. I use a teaspoon of black pepper. You can add more if you like. You can add more of any of this stuff if you like. But right now, this is what I'm working with. This is my base. And from there, I'm going to mix all of these ingredients together. So again, I'm trying to get the potatoes as smooth as I like, and also mixing in the seasoning that we just put in. From there, guys, I added in some more butter and I'm going to mix that in. And I have a cup of milk. Now, I do not add all the milk in at one time. I add it in as I go because I don't know exactly how much milk that I'm going to need. And plus, you do not want to make your potatoes soggy because there's no coming back from that. So you want to continue this process, adding in a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of butter, and a little bit of milk until you get your potatoes to the consistency that you want them. And there are potatoes. So guys, our turkey meatloaf is done. And I think that this pan was a good buy because I see that there's no sticking on the side. It did a really good job on cooking this meatloaf. So let's plate this. Here is our turkey meatloaf with our garlic mashed potatoes, and I had made some roasted Brussels sprouts. Guys, I drizzled some of that sauce on the top, and that sauce was really amazing. And those mashed potatoes and the meatloaf was so moist and so good. So you definitely got to try this recipe. This is definitely a winner. I will be doing this again. So guys, thanks again for joining us for another video. If you like this video, please leave us a thumbs up, smiley face, or comment in the comment section. Don't forget, we have left you a wonderful thank you gift. Just look in the description section and enjoy. And don't forget, kindly like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. Guys, we upload a new video every Thursday. See you then. Bye.